A chargeback is when you get a purchase out of your business. Somebody purchases something off of a credit card, a debit card, a prepaid card, whatever type of card. And then they go back to that merchant, to that bank and say, I never made that charge. It's a fraudulent charge. Please dispute. Hey, wonderful people. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be talking all about chargebacks, how to avoid them, how to protect your business against them, and how to fight them with a vengeance. So make sure you stay tuned for the whole entire video so that you can learn what to do in the event that you get a chargeback. Let's go. If you have an online store, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a chargeback one day. What is a chargeback? Right? So a chargeback is when somebody purchases from your online store, from your business. It can even happen, say you're at an event and you have the swiper. People can swipe their card. They made a purchase from you and they go to their bank 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month later and say that's a fraudulent charge. That is what a chargeback is. A chargeback is when you get a purchase out of your business. Somebody purchases something off of a credit card, a debit card, a prepaid card, whatever type of card. And then they go back to that merchant, to that bank and say, I never made that charge. It's a fraudulent charge. Please dispute it. That is what a chargeback is. Okay. So when you get a chargeback as a business, you will get notified from your merchant, whoever your merchant is. So if it's Shopify and you have Shopify payments will notify you as soon as you go into your store, hey, you have a chargeback. If it's PayPal will notify you when you go into PayPal, and or they'll also send you an email saying, hey, you have a chargeback. And basically what comes up is the order, who ordered it, where it was sent, the amount of the order, and what the date that they submitted the chargeback to the bank. Okay. So what do you do when you get a chargeback? You know, right now, for all the legit businesses, when you're doing business properly and everything, you know that they purchased it. You either provided the product, you sent the product out, the product was delivered, whatever the case is. This is another thing that I will always recommend is whenever you're sending product out, especially if it's any products that are like over $50 or more, make sure you send it with a signed signature or a tracking number. I normally do both. Just to make sure, tracking always, no matter what, you always, whether you're sending a 5-cent item, you always want a tracking number because you want to make sure that it got to that person, that it was delivered. That is going to help you with a chargeback. I cannot stress that enough. If you don't have at least a tracking number, you might as well kiss whatever that money was goodbye. You have literally just took a loss. Like, you need to make sure to protect your business that you are literally, you're getting a tracking number for every single order. Every single order. So when they go to the bank, when a customer goes to the bank or a person goes to the bank and says, that's a fraudulent charge, the bank then goes to the merchant and says, this person is saying that this is a fraudulent charge. We need to investigate. Okay. They're going to take that money right out of your account right then and there. They hold it until the investigation is over. Yes, boo. They hold it. So make sure that you have the money in there. Make sure everything is okay, you know, because it happens. It can be people that you would never even think. Okay, you would never even think would do something like that. They will do it. Okay, so you need to be prepared and you need to always be in a mindset of protecting your business. So they will submit a chargeback to the bank and the bank basically will say, okay, we're taking these funds. They take the funds, they hold the funds. Normally it takes 30 to 45 days for the bank or the merchant to make a decision on who's going to win a chargeback, whether it be you or the actual customer. Because we live in a day where people are being very, very fraudulent. People are ordering things off a line and getting it sent to them, getting it in their possession, and then going to the bank and saying, I never ordered it, knowing they did. And then you have people who did it, and then they forgot that was that order, or, you know, like, oh crap, I forgot I even ordered that later on down the line. You have that too. Most of it though is, especially when you're in the hair industry, when you're selling extensions, or you selling, you know, lip gloss, you're selling makeup, jewelry, stuff like that, you're going to have a lot of people trying to make fraudulent charges against your company. You're going to have chargebacks. It's no way getting around them. You're going to have them. The main way that you win them, let's get into the real tea. So first, and I want to say this too, do not get mad. Don't get mad. It happens to the best of us. It happens all the time. I know you want to go to them and like snatch them on up, okay? Like, really, you gonna do this? But you gotta realize too, basically somebody doing that like, sis, oh, you think it's green over here, you think that my business is, you know, lit, that you think that you're gonna be able to steal from me, right? Don't get mad about it. If you need time to you know, vent and get your stuff off for a second, cuss somebody out, do that. But then get back to it, because we have to fight this, okay? We got to show them who is really boss. It's not going to be, you just going to be stealing from me. We ain't doing that. We going to fight with the vengeance. We going to get stuff right. So the first product in actually making sure that you're protecting your business is, number one, make sure the billing address and the shipping address are the same. Let me say that again. Make sure the billing address and the shipping address is the same. Me personally, if those two things are the same, I'm refunding you your money, because people will get over like that. People will definitely get over like that. And they'll try to say, oh, somebody else used my card. I don't even know that address. They can order something with their billing address, like their home address, get it sent to their aunt's house, right? Then go to the bank and do a chargeback and say, oh, I don't know that address. It was a fraudulent charge. Somebody must have got my card numbers. I have no idea about, this is what people do. I have no idea whose address that is, blah, 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 blah. Literally. So me personally, your billing address and your shipping address have to be the same, period. Because my thing is, I'm going to ship it to where your card actually comes back to. Make sure you do this, because the more that you do this, the more that this is a requirement in your store, the better it would be in the event when you have to actually fight a chargeback. Being because the merchant will actually see that, and a lot of times they honor that, like, wait a minute, you actually did it, the billing address and the shipping address match. So how are you saying that you didn't get it? How are you saying this is fraudulent? You know what I mean? They actually had, like, it's a match to both. The second thing is, make sure that whatever online platform that you're using for your store, whether it be Shopify, Wix, GoDaddy, there's so many of them. But make sure that when you set up your online store, when customers go to do their checkout, this is key. When they go to do their checkout and they are required to put all of their card information in, that they're also required to put the CVV number in, which is the three numbers on the back of the card. The CVV number, which is the 3 numbers on the back of the card. This is vital, okay? Vital. I'm saying this because a lot of times merchants will see this when they're investigating and will say, well, you had to have the physical card right there when you ordered from this person to be able to order, because the 3 cards on the back had to be entered. So those are 2 checks. One, the billing, the shipping address, check. They're both the same. 2, they actually have to have the physical card to put the CVV numbers in, which is the 3 numbers on the back. Check number 2. Okay. Now, third thing is you want to make sure that you have a tracking number or a signature. I'm saying this because when the chargeback comes to you for you to be able to produce, and they ask you, please produce documentation if you would like to fight this chargeback. These are the 3 main things that you want to produce. You want to produce, 1, you want to produce that it went to the same billing address and shipping address. They're both the same. The CVV number is right. And you want to actually be able to produce, hey, this tracking number, this signature, it was delivered this day. This is who signed for it, or this is the time that it was delivered. You need that. You also want to make sure that you have some type of fraud protection on your actual site. This is so important. Shopify has something built in. They also have additional apps that you can upload onto your site that'll help. It's more intense of a fraud. It's a more intense fraudulent check for credit cards. And what happens is every single order that you get, Shopify does this anyway, but every single order that you get, it'll tell you the risk that order has based on a card number. It reads the card number and goes through data to see whether or not this card has been used with fraudulent issues. This is very good. So when you get an order in Shopify, and I'll try to link something here so you guys can see it. When you get the order, I think it's like green, yellow, and red. Green is like a low risk order. That's a good order. That means that a lot of the things checked out, like the billing address, the billing address and the shipping address is the same. The CVV number was entered, and they ran a number, and they don't really find any issues with the number. That's a really, really good order. Not to say that you won't get a chargeback from that order, but those are the orders that you want. The medium risk is something is either the billing address doesn't match the shipping address, the CVV numbers don't add up to the card number, or they ran it through the data and it comes back where it's a little sketchy with the cards. So you want to make sure that you're looking at the yellow and the red. If you get a red, I just refund. If it's red, I'm refunding. I'm not even double checking. I'm just refunding because I'm going to look to see, because it will tell you what was wrong. It will come up and say, hey, this order has a red flag here. It has a red flag there. It'll say all of that, and you can determine like where the fraud is coming in at. But a lot of those orders, I just refund. I don't have time. So I just refund. And medium orders, it depends. Some of them it depends on what it is. Some of them I might reach out via email, via phone, like, hey, I need you to send additional documents. This is also something I put on my website policy. In the event that we have to double check your order for whatever reason, we might call to verify something. You might have to supply some type of documents. So I might call and say, hey, can you send me a copy of your ID and a card? That way I know that, say it's coming up with the wrong shipping address to the card. But I actually have a physical form. I have a picture of the front and back of the ID of the person in addition to the card. So if they try to do a chargeback later on down the line, I have all of this documentation to back me up. The more documentation, the better off you're going to be able to fight an actual chargeback and to win a chargeback. I have got chargebacks that I have won because I literally have a trail to show, like, no, this was a valid order. This person ordered from me and then went to their bank and told their bank it was a fraudulent order. So just make sure that you're being diligent and trying to be proactive in these events, as well as when it actually comes, you have all your documentation when it comes to be able to fight it appropriately. Make sure documentation is key. Documentation is going to be king in business. So you need to make sure that your documents are proper, that you're asking for the right information, that you are basically limiting your business to very low risk when it comes to online orders, because online, anybody can order from you. You know, it's not a face-to-face sell anymore. Literally, you're selling to people over a computer, over a mobile device that you're never going to see in your life. So with that being said, there are people out there that commit fraud. There are people out there that will order from a company and later on say that they didn't order from a company. So you have to make sure that while you're out here, you're protecting your business the best way you can. And my recommendation is always to be proactive in everything you do versus reactive. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you turn on the bell for notifications so that you're notified every single time I drop a video. Stay tuned for more videos. Make sure you follow me on social here. And always check back frequently. Love you guys. See you in my next video. Bye.